Hey everyone, this is Brian from Provision Studios, and today I'm going to make a real quick video about how to use an analog effect on a Reaper session. I just want to make a quick disclaimer. I have never used Reaper. I don't own Reaper. I've just downloaded an evaluation copy and spent the morning creating a real small session to try to figure out, the I/O and the basic functionality of the DAW. So I am a beginner level Reaper operator. So, but that's fine because what I'm trying to show today is just real simple routing on how to send a track out to an outboard console, an analog console, put in a piece of outboard gear, run your audio through it, and return that back into your session, your Reaper session, with a basically an effects return, or as I call it, a print track. So this is building off of a video I just made on my YouTube channel that I'm going to attach right here. That is basically, I was just trying to show how easy it is to use analog gear within digital audio workstations. A lot of people think because they are recording on a computer, they lose all that maybe expensive, great boutique hardware or outboard gear that they spent so much money on because they can't get it to work with their software. So this is a real quick way. You don't even need the type of setup I have. All you need is an in and out on your interface. In this case, I'm using an actual analog console. The gear I'm using is a Soundcraft Signature Series 22 multi-track console. If you own one, this will help you understand sort of the routing there. But again, this is not gear specific. You can use any type of interface. I'm just sharing the way I use it with here in my studio today. The reason why I'm using Reaper is because this was a request in the comments section of that video that I just spoke about. So they asked me if I could show it with Reaper. So again, I downloaded it and just sort of worked with it a little bit this morning to try to get an understanding of exactly what Reaper is and what it does. Let's jump over. Actually, let's dive into Reaper, and so I can show you how I set the session up. All right, so real quick, I've got a bass track right here, and I have a drum track, and they are looped. So if I start back at the beginning. So the idea would be is that I've recorded this artist with this track. We recorded it dry because we weren't sure how it was going to work in the session once we added all our other instruments. Or we recorded this instrument and they want to add effect afterwards. Hey, do you mind if we take that track and we double it and make a chorus version or a doubled version or blah, 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 blah. Whatever the case may be, the idea is that we've recorded a session and now we're going to go and in the mixing phase, we are going to process this track with a piece of outboard gear. So what I've done here is on my send, I've sent a channel out to my outboard console. And I'm using my track 17 on my console. Now, if you're using your interface and you basically may have a 2 or 3 channel interface, or a 3 or 4, 5 or 6 channel interface, whatever the case may be, you would select whatever channel you want to patch into on your interface. Let's say channel 1. That's what you would select here. Then I've created this return track right here. This is just a basic audio track inside of Reaper, and my input is going to be my return from my interface. that's plugging into my computer. So whatever your return would be, in this case, I'm using analog 23. That's my mono return from my console. Yours may be 2 or 3, whatever it is. That's what you're going to select here as your input. So that's going to get, that's your signal path. You're going out from your track that you want to have affected onto an input of your interface, and then you're going to create a return that's going to be the input of the output of your interface. So let's go take a look at our console real quick so we can just visualize that, what I just explained. All right, guys, so here we are over on my Soundcraft Signature Series console. I have, again, the 22 multi-track is what I'm using, but that doesn't matter. We're using simple single mono tracks today. So again, I sent out to channel 17, and I have the USB return pressed down because I want that to receive the digital signal from my console. So then on channel 17, I'm routing out to group 1-2, and here is my group 1-2 right here. That is then, I'm using a TRS cable to go out of the group 1 send. That is going then into my effect, which is in this case a SansAmp bass driver DI. So the input of that is receiving the output of the group send from the console. Then the output of the effect is then going into channel 19. 19, I do not have the USB return selected because I'm receiving an analog signal from my channel feed. That is then going out to my master right here, which is channel 23. Again, I'm using all mono signals, so it's all single channel path. The channels is not what matters here. Again, you could use channel 1, 2, or whatever you have on your interface. The important thing is that you have the return to your DAW is an output on your interface. So once you know what that is, then you're in business. All right, so let's jump back over to Reaper and see what we can do here. All right, guys, so here we are back in Reaper. So the idea is we are going to use a print return. So we are going to arm our effects return to record, and we're immediately going to hear the gain from our channel because I have a overdriven SansAmp about to dirty up my bass track. So let me just do a quick play so we can hear what that sounds like. All right, very good. All right, I'm going to record that now so that we can see that in the session. All right, very good. All right, so let's listen to what we just tracked. I'm going to blend in my my original bass track. All right, that's without the SansAmp bass. With and that's really it. You can then add any effects, EQ, compression to your session as you normally would to mix it down. but that's how you would create a print return or an effects return from an analog source, whether it's an outboard compressor, a Sans Amp bass DI, a guitar fuzz pedal, an echo, whatever it is. This is a way you would use an analog console and a piece of outboard gear with Reaper. I apologize if there's some things I'm showing that isn't accurate within Reaper. Again, I do not own Reaper. This is an evaluation copy. I just briefly familiarized myself with the routing and I/O structure this morning, so I could make this quick video for the person that requested it. This is, from my limited experience with this is very similar to Pro Tools in regards to how you have to return a signal with a track to create a print track. So I would say watch any of the videos that I've made in Pro Tools. I'll link more of them here to show you sort of my methodology behind using print tracks to get stereo returns or analog returns from your outboard gear. If you have any questions about what I've shown here today, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, or you're always welcome to email me at bbuck822@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Until the next video, I hope you guys have a great time, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.